Hey guys, seems like absolutely forever since I've done a trading video. I finally got a good internet connection, so fingers crossed things are all working good. I just thought I'd quickly run through a trade that I'm looking at, something I'm hoping that will play out using a bit of supply and demand. I'm not sure, beginner traders, you probably might not be aware of this concept, or this is sort of the big players and the market makers. They leave traces when they buy or sell. So yeah, we sort of look for those traces and look for high probability setups and places where we can either buy or sell ourselves, so we move in line with them. So yeah, I'll show you on the chart what I'm looking at. All right, so this is Bitcoin. Now you can see here, okay, I've been for a run and everything this morning. I try to get up early before the kids go to school, before I have to drop them off to school, and I get all my charting done. I'll go through. I'll start on the daily time frame. It looks messy now, but I don't have as many lines when I first start out. I'm still drawing my trend line. You can see we're forming a nice ascending triangle on the daily. Yeah, we've also got a wick to the upside and what looks like a big inverted hammer on the daily, like a rejection at that point. So while it's still quite bullish, unless we can get a candle close in this area, then yeah, it's not that strong. So then I'll drop down to the 4 hour. I draw in my support, my resistance for those areas for the daily for the 4 hour. They're the main ones I'm concerned with. I'll also start to draw in some demand zones on the 4 hour. That's what this big one is here, this one here. So I've also got this trend line, and I know that the retail traders will try and buy off the bounce of that trend line. So big guys aren't going to want to let you do what you want to do. So they're going to try and either front run or try and pierce through that trend line to take you out. So I go to the 4 hour. I've got that in my mind that might happen. Jump down to the 1 hour, look for another demand zone. This just gives me higher probability within that 4 hour demand zone. And this is the area of interest that I have right here. So when I've got my area of interest, sorry, I should say that I've got a bullish bias at the moment. So I'm only looking for bullish opportunities. So once you've got your bias, then you're just looking for an entry. And this is what I'm using to find my entry. So my bullish bias, and this is my area of interest right in here. Okay. Now I'll get rid of that, but you can see here, that's actually a daily support line right there. Okay. So right here is a daily support line. So the play that I'm expecting to happen, of course, we're going to have a bit of a bounce from this daily support zone. Okay. But I don't think that's going to be the end of it. Like, you always think of what the big guys are doing. And in my mind, I think that they're going to try and they're not going to want everyone to tag along with them and, get a nice trend line or a nice support line bounce. So I expect they might come up a little bit and then we'll pierce down. Okay. And that's why I've set my entry down here a bit lower underneath this support. So I'm hoping to get a wick down here. I've got a 1% stop loss. I'll show you there. So I've got just under 0.99%, 4.3% target, just back up to that old high up there. But yeah, I'm expecting that we're going to get a little bit of a bounce, encourage some longs, and then come down and take those longs out because they would have moved their stop loss up to support region when they once it started to move in the direction they want. So then we'll come down, take them all out, hopefully pick up my order, and then we go to the moon, baby. All right, let's see if this plays out for me.